I'm different, dog.
We're not the same.
We're not the same, dog.
We're not the same.
Check me out, respect the ground I step on. I figure that I'm the capo, classic like tobacco, kicks go.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists who have low subscribers and low views, as well as talented artists from around the world. Now, once again, I have no idea or the reason why they have low subscribers or low views, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, today I'm going to do my best to upload about 4 reactions, and I will let you know on these particular artists as I'm going along. My next reaction, we're going over to Sierra Leone, and when you hear me say Sierra Leone, there can only be one artist that I am really talking about, isn't it? And that's right, that is Kao Denero, and he has a new track that's taken from his EP Chronicles. This particular track is We Are Not the Same. Now, with an explosive, strong title like that, it demands you have to check it out and find out what is he talking about now. We are not the same. So I can't wait to check out his bars. This is going to be the first time where I will be stopping and pausing to analyze what is visually, analyze the words as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So my next reaction, Kao Denero, We Are Not the Same. But before that, if this is your first time coming over to my channel, then please go over to my homepage and work your way from the bottom all the way up to the top, because there are some fantastic, amazing artists which I do not want you to miss out on. And I am talking about amazing artists with low subscribers and low views, but also mixed into the bunch is established artists, artists with high subscribers and high views. And if you do a comparison, you will come to the realization that these particular artists with low subscribers and low views are equally as good as any top list A-list artists out there. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So check out my video page. You see it's broken down in various categories. You got hip hop from around the world, non-established and established artists, R&B from around the world, non-established and established artists. Check it out. And it goes down for heavy metal, rock, indie, jazz, smoothness. It's all there for you to enjoy. And just utilize my channel to the full. And don't forget to send me comments, leave me comments, and I will read them out like I'm going to do in the next couple of seconds. I love to do shout outs. Once again, if you'd like me to give you a shout out or indeed read your comment, it's simple. Leave me a comment and I will give you a shout out. Quickly, you can follow me on Instagram, Uncle Momo Music Reactions, and don't forget, when you do, leave me a voice message because I would love to hear your voice. Right, let's go straight into reading a couple of your comments, then I'll go straight into my next reaction. So let's go down a little bit more. Jimmy Momoa, and I hope I'm saying Musa, good morning, how you doing, mate? And Scott Kamara, how you doing? You right? I hope you guys are okay. Daddy Naya, good morning, how you doing? Jamon Istro, good morning, how are you? Pavel, good morning, how you doing? And Raisa, good morning. Please react to Felix When We Are Young. I will definitely check that out. Artem, good morning. Petro, good morning. Miriam, good morning, how you doing? Slightly edited Google translated on the first wave. Okay, I'll find that and check that out. Thank you very much for your insight on that one. George Telio, this boy is an alien, the best singer in the world of all times. Thank you very much for your comment. Stephanie Huber, thank you for your reactions. You were asking why the surname is written with a K or a Q. Kazakhstan is a former Soviet republic using the Cyrillic alphabet. Okay, so the Cyrillic Latin alphabet. That's okay, so that makes sense. Thank you very much for that. 021 Linum, I hope I'm saying your name right. I watched the video, I watched first video in this live performance, and the difference is whose. The song is good, but her energy, emotions, and passion is what makes the song good. Right, so as you can see, I love to read out a number of comments. Please continue with your comments and I'll read them out and I'll at least give you a mention on my reaction. So look, let's go straight into Kao Denero. We are not the same. We are not the same. I want to find out why. So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
They like talking about Kao only good at dissing, man. Let me show niggas my range.
Straight away. Let me show you my range. He's been on this amazing planet for a number of years. He has got it in the bag. So when he says, let me show you my flow, let me show you my range, it's like, look, I've got this in the bag. I've been doing this for many years. I'm not a young buck to this game. I'm going to show you my flow. I'm not a one-trick pony. I haven't got, just one style. And he's shown it in so many of his singles and albums that he clearly hasn't got just one style. And he's showing you, look, and he's saying it on the relaxed. He ain't even saying it with anger. He's not even saying it with like, look, man, look, let me just show you my range. Let me show you my flow. He's saying it with ease. Like, you don't know who you're dealing with. Don't mess with the Denero, man. You know what I mean? And just to say it in just that way, yeah. He's got me. He always gets me, but you know what I mean? It's just nice that a little bit of, of bragging within your music video doesn't go amiss. It's nice to have some bragging rights in there, and to have it he might as well have a cigar in his mouth and say, look, let me just show you my flow, let me just show you my range. Yeah, I have to start this again. What's this?
They like talking about Kao only good at dissing, man. Let me show niggas my range. How wide and crazy it is, the different styles, different flows.
Really?
It's your boy Denero, man.
Yo,
We not the same, we not
little
the
mini
same,
on there. I
dog.
mean, the little beat on there.
Straight from the mud, man.
Straight from the mud. Oh, featuring GP.
I came from the gutter back and know me now. Some more trials on my back, the one who lets me blow. Niggas I used to love it.
Wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even though GP's singing on it, I can also hear underneath Kao Denero singing the same song as well. Listen to it carefully. I'm going to go back. Listen to it very carefully and tell me if you don't hear Kao Denero singing on this as well. It's like he's singing, but Kao Denero's got the undertone volume vocals underneath it. Cause as you know, Kao Denero's, he likes to sing his own his own hook. And I've said many times, get somebody professional to do that hook, just to, we know that you can sing, and I know you like doing it, but, it just adds a different kind of dimension when you get somebody who that's their bread and butter. That's what they do, that, they can sing, and let them do it. But once again, you got Kao Denero underneath it. I believe I can hear him. He's got this distinctive way of singing when he does sing. So you can clearly hear when he is singing. So listen, I'll go back again, listen to underneath it. And I guarantee you hear Kao Denero singing as well. Listen.
I could try to slow me down. I came from the gutter back and know me now. Some more trials on my back, the one who lets me
You hear it?
Niggas I used to love, they're not my homies now. We not the same, we not the same.
Yeah. I'm too busy concentrating and listening to Kao Denero singing rather than his lyrics. Love to see
Thinking
him.
about the struggle, thinking about the blood, sweat, thinking about the headache.
Yeah, you always have to think about the struggle and the blood, sweat.
Thinking about those who doubted me.
But don't worry
Thinking
about
when
the
I'm
rough sex,
60, where my daughter be. Niggas counting stacks straight from poverty. My
Hey.
niggas, they're out to stopping us. Them niggas that came off the block with us.
Yeah.
Popo thinking about locking us. The ops on the rear.
Listen, everybody knows that once you're making stacks from the mud, the ops is always going to be looking out for you. That's a no-brainer, because you don't move out when you see the opportunity to move out, especially when in is where you're making your money. So I understand that, looking at the ice and on the rare, thinking about us. The ops, that said, you're always going to get somewhat of attention when you're in the mud trying to get out, and you are, when you're certainly making money, it carries and grabs attention. Where doesn't it not grab attention when you're in an area of poverty and someone's got a certain amount of things, or whether it be money or materialistic elements, where you're not going to be looked upon? You're not going to be invisible when you're wearing the finest clothes, or the finest tracksuit, or the finest glass, or wearing the finest, or driving the finest car. That doesn't make you invisible. You know, you're always going to be on the eyes. So it's like, what do you do with that? So I hear what Kao Denero is saying, but it's just, you know, it's one of those things that you can't avoid, you know? It's called peacocking.
Where my daughter be, niggas counting stacks straight from poverty. My niggas, they out to stop
Counting
us.
stacks
Them
straight
niggas
from
that came
poverty.
off the block with us.
See?
Popo thinking about locking us. The ops on the rear, yeah. Thinking about popping us. They're watching us, binoculars. Cause we straight shining dogs.
Watching us with binoculars.
We're diamond in the rough, a street soldier from the top. Rappers, they can't compete with us. And in disrespect, we kicking dust, yeah.
Sorry, I said this a number of times that Kao Denero is certainly a diamond in the rough. I've said it so many times. The diamond in the rough. It is an expression of words that has been said so many times, certainly over in England. It's like the diamond in the rough. I remember one time somebody said to me that if you see a diamond in camel's poo, it's still a diamond. Do you pick it up? It still has its same value. But it's that kind of, you know, a diamond in the trenches. It's still a diamond. Where do you pick up diamonds? You pick up diamonds from the trenches. You pick up diamonds from the mud. That's where the diamonds are. That's where the diamonds live, is when you pluck them out from the trenches and you put a bit of shine on them. And they're always constantly shining, but, you know, you craft them to a shape and a presentation that is more respective and more value. A diamond's still a diamond. It's as simple as that. So I understand about the diamond in the rough, but not a lot of people understands that or interpret it in a way that it should be presented. It should be heard. You know, a diamond is still a diamond, no matter what way you're looking at it. I like that.
Straight shining dogs. Yeah, we mobbing out. We're diamond in the rough, a street soldier from the top. Rappers, they can't compete with us. And in disrespect, we kicking dust. Yeah, it's colder than the coconut. All those critics, they're supposed to know. My beat skin so fresh, not light skin. Chicoco though.
My beats are so fresh, like light skin, not
they're not really
coconut.
ready for open door. My niggas is unapproachable. On the backstabbing, cash grabbing. Better let me fly. Then out on my level for real, yo. Better testify. I'm wavy. The streets made me. Fuck you, pay me gravy, fresher than a baby.
You hear that? I'm wavy, the streets pay me. F you. Pay me gravy. Yeah, that's right. When you're on the streets, you wake up, first thing you wake up when you're on the street, the first thing you wake up in the morning is about A, who owes you money? And then it's B, how am I going to make money? But it's waking up in the morning, who owes you money? You visit them, you get your money. Then the second part, okay, how am I making money today? You know, how am I eating? How my family eating? How am I getting clothes? You know, pay me my gravy. Yeah, because I want to make my meal. It's as simple as pay me gravy to add to my meal that I'm trying to make out there. And everybody is on that kind of wavelength. Incidentally, it's the first time that I'm seeing Kao Denero is wearing a gold chain rather than his normal black lion emblem that he normally has on his what he wears around his neck. So is he going through a certain change? What to speak? I mean, I see that the video, what he's doing right now, is not as fresh as his previous three videos, certainly in the Chronicles. So I hope he's not going back to the other format or music formats, and this is just something that he needs to, you know, get off his chest and get done. Maybe this was a catalogue that was done ages ago and that the Chronicles took precedence. But I hope he's not going back into this wave and form of this visuals, and I hope he sticks to the format visuals of his previous tracks in Chronicles 1 and 2. I really do hope that. Well, I know Chronicles 2 was an audio element. So Chronicles 1 as well. But I'm talking about before Chronicles, he done a remix of his other tracks, and it was just, you know, bring up to a fresher style. So I hope that I can't see why he don't use that same editor doing that. But I do understand Kao Denero's style on this format and what he represents. And there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, but it just adds frustration to people who want Kao Denero to do more. It's either, you know, you you're on a tuss and pull element with Kao Denero on that one, because it's appreciating his style and his format, what he's doing, but you're also going to left with the frustration of knowing that Kao Denero can do much more when it comes to the video elements. And be up there, or certainly on par with his competitors in the same field. But, you know, Kaodenero is on his own. He's in his own world, and he's doing his own format, and he is happy with that. And we should certainly be happy and supportive of what he is doing and what he's continued to be doing, to be fair. So I've been ranting on for too long.
Cash grabbing, better let me fly. Then out on my level for real, yo. Better testify. I'm wavy. The streets made me.
I know he's got some new faces on this album as well.
Fresher than a baby. Stop passé like man from Haiti. The whole continent. Fucking with a real
the whole
nigga
continent.
lately. For real, yeah. We're not the same.
We're not the same.
We here now.
I would know where GP is, where he's from. He's got this kind of.
I'm different, dog.
He's telling you right there, we're not saying he's different. So is he talking about his style of music, his video?
I figure that I'm the capo, classic like tobacco, kicks car, Lukaku, love my life, man,
Yeah.
Gucci shades, son, Balenciaga, Versatility swagger, the hook is on flick, the vast is harder,
Yeah.
I live the life you're dreaming about, took my time to figure it out, taking trips, your brokenness, slip on the couch.
Whoa. He took his time to figure it out. So what does that mean then? He took his time to figure it out, and he's put a lot of money into it, even when he was broke. I don't know what you mean by it took your time to figure it out, because you've always been on the same format. There's nothing, I thought you figured it out to stay in that same format of what you're doing. And it certainly can't be I took my time to, and now I figure it out to be on the same par video presentation-wise as your likes of Calligraph Jones, your Sakode, your A. Reese, your Nasty C, MI certainly, because they're all doing those same, the videos of those same caliber, and I'm seeing Kao Denero is not on that par when it comes to the video format elements. He was, well, I said before, the last two videos that he's done, the video format was of that caliber. So it'd be interesting to find out the element of what part of are you figuring it you're figuring out, as you're saying, you're figuring it out as that you decide that you do not want to be in that shape or form of that video presence of what everybody else is doing, and you're keeping it in strength in what you're doing, and you figured out that this is the format that you want to stay in. Is that what you're talking about? It'd be interesting to find out.
Swagger, the hook is on flick, the vast is harder, I live the life you're dreaming about, took my time to figure it out, taking trips, your brokenness, slip on the couch.
Take my trips, your brokenness.
Down bitches, down to press us. I came a long way, was hustling, pushing a Lexus. I'm used to the hate, the trolling.
You have come a long way.
With cockiness, bitch niggas are jealous. Down the copy this,
they're
sick
certainly jealous.
Suffers fruit punch, they poppin' lips. Them niggas is full of envy, they hate us. Money on my mind, trying to get my fucking weight up. It's however, whatever. Got my mind made up. Middle finger to the ball. I ain't looking back. I'm peddling dope.
You never look back.
That cooking crack. Mr. Kenyatta in this bitch.
Well, I have to stop this again. So this is going back to a number of people that are saying, you know, what's going on with Kaodenero and his style form of rap, and you know the old school format, or the old school style of rapping that he creates, and you know, and what's wrong with his, you know, what's happening with his videos. He can be much more. It's showing you that he is certainly in his own lane and he's very comfortable. You can't push somebody out of their comfortability if they're already comfortable in it. And I believe that Kaodenero is very comfortable in his state and in his posture. But even though he wants more, he's independent. Number one, he's independent and he's doing everything to bring up people within his record company. He travels and he does his thing, and he's always been like that. He's always decided that he's going to be independent. And once you're independent, you know, you go through the trials and tribulations. You might be successful, you might not be successful. What the outer layer would want you to be. So all Kao Denero fans, they want him to be 10 times more successful than what he is. But in Kao Denero's eyes, he's very successful. He's happy for what he's doing and where he is. He's very comfortable in his own lane, and he's not greedy in wanting more.
For real, homie, we're not the same.
See, that title makes more strong emphasis right now when he says we're not the same. This video makes much more sense now. We're not the same. 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 You should let me go in there.
So free me. No rapper go able to team. I make them pin me in bikini. Left them for look me na Conakry. Talking about Guinea. Now me first you see na the TV. Low ear cuts. Catch me with me ear force. I fly past the plane. Where they land na the ear.
This is more of about collaboration. Bring these two faces in. So Kao Denero's got the bolt. We're not the same. We're not the same. We're not the same.